Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is BUTLAND CV, and today I'm bringing you guys another transfer news video. And in today's transfer news video, I'm going to be talking about and breaking down the Thibaut Courtois situation. But before I get into things, I just want to say thank you to everyone for the kind words and comments in the comment section for yesterday's video. Of course, I apologise for really making you guys feel a bit too confident. Again, there still is hope for the deal. Fingers crossed things do go through. You're going to hear everything here first whenever I hear anything new in regards to Sarri coming to Chelsea. But thank you for the supportive words. It means a lot and it really gave me much more confidence in regards to going forwards in the future. But anyway, you guys, you know what the deal is. Help me get more than 500 likes for today's video and press the bell notification button if you haven't, especially if you're a new subscriber. Otherwise, you won't get any notifications for any future videos. And I do want to remind you guys, at 10:30 p.m. tonight UK time, there is going to be a Q&A live stream. So if you do have any questions for me or you want to discuss anything, make sure you tune into the channel at 10:30 p.m. to obviously have a chance of having your question answered by me. But just getting straight into things, talking about Thibaut Courtois. Now, of course, a lot of people are thinking that could Courtois be leaving, because obviously we know of reports that he would like to go back to Spain one day, of course, with this whole family situation and his kids being there as well. He enjoys the Madrid City as well, enjoyed his time at Atletico Madrid. So there have always been reports over the years that Courtois could be making a move to Spain every single season. Well, it looks like the reports aren't as conflicting as they used to be. Now I'm going to tell you guys this. Is Courtois going to be leaving? No, he won't be leaving, but make sure you listen to the rest of the video. Now, will Courtois be leaving Chelsea? It's looking like he will be staying from everything that I am hearing, but there are still a few criteria that could happen for a potential Thibaut Courtois departure. But you guys, I've said this so many times and I've said it for such a long time. I already said when it comes to Hazard and Courtois, wait for Conte to be out the picture first before they start talking about renewing their contracts and for things to start kicking up and taking pace. As I said, there has been news of a potential Courtois departure, and I'm stressing potential. Later on in this video, you're going to understand why I'm stressing these words. But currently, the story at this moment in time, and as I was told on Sunday, is that Courtois will be starting contract negotiations again after the World Cup. Now, of course, this does make a lot of sense from Courtois' side. Obviously, there won't be enough time to sort out contract talks before the World Cup. It's starting in less than 2 weeks. And of course, a new manager hasn't even been reinstated so far. So of course, Courtois would ideally like to speak to the new manager first, get an understanding of his ideas and what he has for him for the season. So when you're hearing that Courtois does want to start contract negotiations after the World Cup, well, that's the realities, you guys, so don't take it as a negative. Simon Johnson of the Evening Standard even reported it himself today to further clarify and back up everything. And he reported that Courtois was pretty baffled at the fact that there's even links linking him with a move away from Chelsea. And he's baffled at the fact that the club have been looking at potential replacements as well, which unfortunately Courtois, the club, have been doing. Later on in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the potential candidates that could ever potentially replace Courtois in goal. I say this all the time, football clubs are like a business right now. They're always going to prepare for things and worst case scenarios to happen in the future. Clubs always have a backup plan and a contingency plan. Still, the realities of the Courtois situation at this moment in time is the fact that he only has 12 months left before his contract does expire. Still, as I was saying, on Sunday my source had confirmed the story to me already beforehand, and he was basically stating that Courtois will be staying. Of course, he's going to be doing the contract talks after the World Cup, but there are some scenarios that could happen and Courtois wouldn't be going anywhere unless contract talks start, but Courtois isn't happy with the negotiations and he doesn't agree to the new terms, and then he could potentially decide to go. And of course, if he doesn't agree to those terms, it is going to force the club to look to cash in on him, because he only has 12 months. After a year, he's going to be gone for free, and Chelsea aren't looking to give any of their players away for free. Two, now, if a big club makes a ridiculous offer for Courtois, Chelsea will be looking into it, and they're trying to see if it makes any financial sense on their side. My source did stress to me that ideally Marina would cash in on Courtois, obviously due to a lot of money that they would receive for the deal. And with that money, a cheaper alternative would be bought. And he stressed again that every player at Chelsea, minus Eden, has a price on their head. If a club makes a massive offer for a player, for example, let's say a club makes a 40 million offer for Alonso, the club will be listening to that offer and negotiations will start in regards to the departure of Marcos Alonso. Still, as I was saying earlier, potential candidates have been looked into. As I said, clubs are always going to have a contingency plan in case of the worst case scenarios. And there are 3 goalkeepers that the club have been looking into, and I can confirm this. Now, the first potential candidate is Alisson of Roma. Now, of course, with Alisson, he has been in the news because, again, media publications are reporting on the fact that there could be a potential meeting happening today between the representatives of Alisson and with Marina. Now, these reports do come from Italian publications, and they are Pagini Romanista and Il Magrino. And honestly, you guys, and I'm sorry to any Italians that heard me just butcher your language, I apologize. But both of these Italian media publications are stating that Chelsea have actually made a 60 million offer, and this has been on the orders of Roman Abramovich, and that Chelsea have offered Alisson 4.5 million euros a season, meaning that that would be about 150k a week, 50k short than what Courtois is currently getting. But the reports continue to state that Roma will most likely look to cash in on Alisson after the World Cup, because then his value is going to go up even higher. And potentially there could be a bidding war as well. Now, what's my opinions on this story? Well, I do find this personally pretty unlikely, because look at the amount of money that it could potentially cost to bring in someone like Alisson. Now, if Courtois had to go, his value is going to be about 60 to 70 million euros, meaning that if you do bring in Alisson, all the money that you receive for Courtois is going straight back into a new goalkeeper. That's something that Marina doesn't like to do, and we should all be aware of that by now. Now, the only way this deal makes financial sense is the fact that Alisson would be getting 50k less a week than Courtois, which is like 200k less a month, and then obviously times it by the 12 months a year, by the length of his contract as well. So the club will be saving a few million over the course of this 4.5-year contracts. And this is what makes things unlikely for me. I can't really double confirm if representatives are actually in London discussing with Marina right now. I haven't really heard anything about Alisson as much. And even with Alisson in regards to the other goalkeeping targets I will be telling you guys about, he hasn't been very high up in the priority list because he's going to cost a lot of money. But he is a fantastic goalkeeper. I mean, the flair he plays with, fantastic distribution from deep, a lot of flair, he's confident coming out from his goal, breaking the lines. He's the ideal modern goalkeeper. But you guys, if Courtois did leave, I don't see Alisson being the guy to replace him. Now, the next 2 targets are pretty realistic. The second target is Jack Butland of Stoke City. Now, I can imagine a lot of you guys are groaning already just from hearing this, but I can confirm that this is actually a potential confirmed target. Now, with Jack Butland, of course, with Stoke City being relegated, he's going to be pretty cheap in regards to other goalkeepers on the market. But Jack Butland as well, he does fill in that English home quota rule as well. Expects a few guys to be leaving this summer, with Danny Drinkwater being one of the main guys to be leaving. So the club do want to refill that quota as well. He'll potentially be the England #1 goalkeeper in the future. Plus, he's seen as someone that has very high potential, kind of like the Emerson signing, someone that can reach a higher level in the future. Now, my thoughts and opinions on Jack Butland, I actually feel personally that worst case scenario, Courtois left, Butland would be an intelligent signing. Now, he's nowhere near as bad as what people say. He's 3 centimeters shorter than Courtois. He's a great shot stopper. He's a better long passer than Courtois. He's able to break his lines and obviously push outside his box as well. And he's a goalkeeper that's rated very highly in this country, especially with scouts. So again, I can see the intelligence in moving in for someone like Butland if Courtois ever did leave. And the final target that the club have looked into is Lafont of Toulon. Lafont is a 19-year-old sensation in Ligue 1, and honestly, I think this guy will be one of the best goalkeepers in the world in the not so distant future. But I was told that Lafont is seen as a long-term project at the club. He wouldn't necessarily be someone that would come in straight away and start leading things as #1. Now, my thoughts and opinions on him, again, another guy that is a modern day goalkeeper. He can break his lines, meaning that if you are playing with a high line or you're playing out from the back, he complements that. He can pass, his distribution is very good, especially when it comes to distributing balls for counter-attacks to attacking players. Now, again, being hypothetical, let's say Sarri is our manager. Imagine having a goalkeeper with distribution like that, that could obviously help to play counter-attacking passes to that pacey, fast front three. But not only that, he's commanding in the air. His shot stopping is very good as well. And in my opinion, I kind of see him as like a De Gea type of goalkeeper, and I feel that he can reach that same level or higher in the not so distant future. And in terms of how much he costs in the market, it'll be much cheaper compared to someone like Alisson. Two other goalkeepers have been put on the list, but the club aren't really looking into them as much, and they are obviously Oblak of Atletico and Pickford of Everton. But there really isn't much to discuss about those two candidates. Now, just to conclude this video, as I've been stressing this entire video, Courtois is going to continue discussions with his contract after the World Cup. I'm not saying at all he's leaving. This has been about the club having prepared potential targets to replace Courtois if negotiations go bad or a club comes with a massive offer to try and sign him. And these are confirmed goalkeeping targets that the club have been scouting and looking at. But you guys, in the comment section below, if you had a massive bid for Courtois, would you keep him or would you sell him? Give me your thoughts and opinions as to what you would do. But anyway, you guys, before I end the video, remember at 10:30 PM tonight is going to be a Q&A live stream. If you want to have your question asked by me, you know what to do. Be there at 10:30 PM UK time. Help me get 500 likes for this video. Press the bell notification button as well to stay tuned to all things Blue Lines TV. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to keep it moving. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lines TV. Signing out.